Hello everybody and welcome back. We're back with Crow Star Tom Dooley. Going for a little bit of a spin in our RAV4 Hybrid. How are you doing today, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, can't complain. A little bit chilly, but...
Yeah, isn't it? Oh, in the RAV we're all right.
Yeah, heated seats, we got them on. Oh mate, what are we doing?
Oh, it's...
There we are.
Jeez, new features.
So we've got a few questions that you guys put forward after our last video. Without any further ado, should we get underway?
Let's go.
What does being the stand-in captain and possibly the full-time captain mean to you?
It was a huge honour. Last year when I first got told by Nixie that I'd be the captain, I just wanted to make sure that it was voted on by the playing group and stuff as well. I didn't want it to just be a coach's decision, but we had the playing group's approval, and to have that rich history of, like, obviously I've been under Sloaney and Tex, but then Bix before that, and a few different people, VBs back at the club, like just the rich history of captains at the club, to be able to have that honour, even if it is for a few games, and whether that's in the future, that'll be decided. But to run out first at Adelaide Oval and have the crowd cheer and be able to lead this group out and then come out and play has just been a huge honour and something that I'll never forget. That'd
be amazing. It would be phenomenal coming out like that.
Especially at home, like it's so loud and everyone's there for you and for the team, and it's something that I'll cherish forever, and even my family and friends are just so proud, and it's just it's been great. It's interesting. I've always said I don't like to pre-plan it too much. You don't want to get too robotic with it, because you just know when someone's doing a speech. I've equated it to an oral presentation in year 8 or 9 where someone just stares at the cue cards the whole time.
Yeah.
So I try to just touch on the main things that Nixie's spoken about and we've touched on throughout the week. So whether it be pressure or fundamentals or execution, just little things, and then give a little bit of a rev up. But I'm not much of a rah-rah. I'm not going to grab you by the collar and try and shake you into ready to go. So it's interesting. It's nerve-wracking the first couple of times you do it, but then you just sort of get used to it, and got such a comfort level with the group that it's pretty normal now. I've built relationships with these boys over the past 6 years with some of them, and then a couple of years with some of the younger boys. But I know that even if I stuff something up or don't say exactly what I want to say, that they know I've got the best intention. Well, I hope they know that. Anyway. I hope they're not looking at me going, "What is this peanut saying? Just get out and let us play."
Yeah, it's doing the opposite of the rev up.
Yeah, that's if we lose, it's my fault. Pretty much.
Yeah, we'll cut that out, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How does your family, the Geelongians or Geelongalites, I don't know.
I have no idea. Correct nomenclature.
But how do they watch your games, and how long after the game does it take you to call your parents?
So I've been incredibly lucky that they've hardly missed a game since I've been over here. Even my first 2 years of sample in 2016 and 17, I think I played 30 odd games. They missed 3 or 4. So they were driving over every weekend, even if it was a Sunday game. And I think, especially moving interstate, being an 18-year-old boy, to see your family every weekend and just have that support network was huge for me. And they've continued that with the AFL stuff, and it's been I don't know, it's just something that your parents take you to every sporting event growing up. So whether it be your school carnival for swimming or athletics, or whether it be Friday night basketball in Melbourne that I used to play, it was always my parents. So to still have them there as a support network after games has just been a blessing for my career, but also for them to be able to come over and see me and catch up. So I don't actually have to call them after most games, because they're usually there. And they're pretty harsh critics at times. Like mum's usually the shoulder to cry on support, and dad's a bit more stern. But in the end, they both love footy, so they're happy to come and watch games. And she sits with mum and dad. They sit up in the third level at Adelaide Oval, just behind the goals there. And she's not as keen on footy as mum and dad. She knows the rules and understands the game, but in terms of watching the footy on a Friday night, if we're not playing, it's not going to be on our TV. In terms of that support, she's the exact same, where she tries not to miss a game, and even if she does, it's more of a call straight after the game. How do you think you went? I thought you played really well. I'm so proud of you, all that sort of stuff. So I'm very lucky to have 3, 4, 5 people that are super close with me in my family and partner that just always there for support, and very thankful for that.
I've always wondered, can you pick them out of the crowd? I mean, I guess you know where they're sitting.
So in game it's hard, obviously, but when we walk off the race, they're right above the race. So I just sort of look up there and I just look, and then eventually hopefully see someone. There's been times when I haven't. I've just waved as if they're there, and I'll give them a thumbs up and blow a kiss or a wave, and then after the game they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we saw you wave to us. Thanks so much." "Oh yeah, I definitely saw you."
And the 30 people around them are all
"Oh, thanks so much." Yeah. So no, there's times when that happens, but majority of the time, because it's all the families in one sort of section, you can usually pick out roughly the vicinity, and then from there you learn to locate.
We do have a question that was posed. If you weren't a professional athlete, what would you be and why?
This is always a good question.
I think so.
So I've got a lot of diverse interests. I'm big on my movies and TV series, and those who follow me on Twitter or Instagram know that because I tweet about it regularly. But
I did see, is it Nobody Review? This one?
yeah. I like to dive deep into movies and understand why they're made and what the director's trying to make you feel, which is a little bit nerdy, but it's also something that is just become, since I started studying it in year 7, it's just become something that I just really enjoy. But I also have interest in different areas of like American sports and media and marketing stuff. I've enjoyed doing at uni. I wanted to be an astronaut growing up because I just like the idea of being able to see the world from up there and how good that feeling would be. So I don't actually know what I'll do. I was very lucky that I got drafted because I had my preferences there for what I was going to pick, and I didn't know what I'd go with. So
do like AFL star astronaut.
Same, very much same thing.
You're going for realistic goals.
But no, I was very lucky because once I got picked up, I didn't have to make a decision on uni straight away. I had the luxury of being able to choose whether I needed to go to uni or go to uni in my first year whilst playing footy, or just wait a little bit, and I was able to wait a little bit, which is good.
Oh, fantastic. Mate, if you if you want to swap seats, you got the right name. You could be like Toyota Tom Tech 2.
Yeah, well, you drive.
Yeah.
I'll interview you about Toyota Tom.
Oh, I did have one question from back home that didn't hit the Corns Toyota page.
Okay.
It was just my mate, very English. His name's Robert Hornblower.
G'day, Robert.
Yeah, also an officer in the army, so I mean, he's hitting every stereotype. He was asking if you could teach me how to do an Australian accent, because apparently mine's terrible.
Yeah, that's a tough one, isn't it? It's sort of something that you pick up as you go along. Because the funny thing is, I've been to America 3 times, and when you're in America, you get in an Uber and they go like, "Oh my God, I love your accent," and you're like, "Oh, well, we like your accent. Like you're the one that's got an accent." So I don't know what I can do to teach you to just be more bogan, I guess.
Mate.
Yeah. Just like really exaggerate it when you talk. If you're trying to be Australian, I reckon that's what you got to do. Just slang, and then just exaggerate whatever you want to say. Just put a bit of mayo on it. That's another one, a good one.
Oh, I like that.
Just stay in Australia, and you'll eventually
I'll pick it up. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you again for joining us with Tom Doedee, Adelaide Crows star. Feel free to drop a comment, a question down below to ask for next time. Thanks for taking time out to drive the RAV4 hybrid cruiser.
It's very, very quiet. It's great for an interview in the car, isn't it?
It's not bad, is it?
Can't hear a thing. It's just, I didn't even know I turned it on when we started going. But thanks for having me, mate.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. Join us next time.